Okay, have you guys seen this thing that I'm always kicking around over here? This never goes away. There's this tiny little medallion of wood, like a tiny little baby infant stump. I'm always kicking it around, rolling it around. Today we're just gonna pick it up. Keep it as a good luck charm. Log is too large to pick up. Slice into smaller pieces first. Oh hi! Welcome to another slammin' edition of me, Mojo, in GangZ in Eco. And today is a very special day. Today is election day. There's still something like 9 or 10 hours left to vote. But it was definitely a surprise election. Cubulus, whose house we're looking at right now, is the one who brought the election to my attention. Apparently James surprised everyone by throwing his name in the ring for mayor and giving us 24 hours to vote. And so he forced my hand. We're going to have an election today, guys. So far, it looks like there are about 4 votes cast, and 3 of them for me and 1 for James. But, I mean, there's like 20 people who play on this server, so that could turn around at any time. Having a slight lead ahead of him when, there's still so many hours left to vote is not a sense of security in my victory. But I'm hopeful that I can win. I think I would be a great mayor, and that's not to say that I don't think James would. I just, I want to win. I want to be mayor, so I'm not going to feel bad about hoping that I win. So I tried some elk Wellington earlier, and it took my skill points down a peg. I was at 412 because I have this Bear Supreme and Huckleberry Extract and Wild Mix in me. But I could not resist. Elk Wellington, as best as I can tell, is brand new in his store, so I got some. And it's very filling. There's a lot of protein and fat in there, and way too many calories. I think it's 1,200. I made room for it, and it took me down to 364, and it's hard to even consider that as a down to, because holy crap, 360 points. Wow, Jenny's been working. Look at all this brick stuff, and I kind of like this stone column thing he's got going on. I would not have thought to have built with that material, but it's actually really unique. Very, very cool. I wonder if he would mind if I came in here and took a little... Ooh, what is this? Unowned machine shop. Oh my god. Jenny, as he would say, has been doing the work. Oil refined. Oh my god. We're close to real technology now, I guess. Real stuff, It's about to get way less primitive around here. So he's gonna have a nice view. Oh, right over to basically the ocean. What's he been working on down below? Anything? Let's see if we can try to peep. Oh, these windows. Look at that. These must be the windows that I crafted for him yesterday, and Jenny knows how to build right, because this is the most gorgeous side of a building I have seen yet on a server. It must be so nice when you're inside because the sun's right over here and it just shines in, and I bet it's so well lit in there. Wow, this is a nice restaurant. I would eat here. I would definitely dine with Jenny. So, while I have your attention, I guess you might want to know how the election process works. Well, if you want to be mayor, you can go to, what you would do is you would click on this graph stuff, and that would launch in a web browser a whole bunch of stuff about your server. You could actually go look at graphs and stuff and all your laws and stuff, and then there'll be a button that says elections, and I think there's one that says something to the effect of run for office, something like that. And so when you select that, little thing will pop up. It'll ask you to make your pitch. Why should everyone elect you? And I wish you guys could vote. I know I would be in good hands if that was the case, but I had to make my pitch to the rest of the people who play on this GangZ Eco server, and if you're curious what I said, this is what I wrote. A vote for Mojo is a vote for clean air, completed infrastructure, and positive change. As a seasoned carpenter, I have honed a skill set based on building not just homes, but also a sense of community. As your mayor, I will bring about a future where science is accepted and not denied. I will not stick my head in the sand like my opponent James. I will not be a meteor impact denier. Your vote for Mojo is not just a vote for mayor. It is a vote for a bridge toward a future of green earth and clean blue oceans in which our children will someday play. So yeah, that's the gist of it. I don't think James is actually a meteor impact denier, but sometimes you gotta go negative in a campaign, am I right? You know, maybe I shouldn't admit to smearing and slandering my opponent, but you guys won't tell, right? Other than that, I've ran a pretty clean campaign thus far. So you might be wondering, like, what about Paul and Ty? You've been saying all along that they want to run, and as far as I knew, they did. I have a feeling they just were not informed that there was to be an election so soon. You know, they're like me. It's like, oh, well, let's all agree when election day is, and then we'll all run, and we'll make sure everyone gets a chance to say their piece. And James just really pushed election day up, so I don't know if they'll get a chance to run. The good news is that there are take-backsies, it appears, so we could theoretically have another vote at some point in the future. So whether I win or not, there's always still a chance. And, you know, as nice as it would be to defeat James, it would not feel like a true victory if everyone who wanted to run did not get a chance because it was just so abrupt. But hopefully in the next few hours, they'll at least get to put their name in the pool and have a fighting chance. So that way my victory can feel really legitimate, but I don't know. We're just gonna have to see how it unfolds. Whose house is this with a nice fence? Is this Sir Kaz's place? This looks like something Sir Kaz would build. I'm not authorized. It must be Sir Kaz. That pretty much confirms that. Is this the one that had the windmill on the back? Let's go find out. If it is, it's definitely Sir Kaz, because that's like more of a carpentry thing as best as I can tell. Yeah, totally. It says Sir Kaz's name all over it. Now, I don't know if you know, but if you've been watching Sir Kaz's videos, you know he's kind of the media and press guy for Tydeesigns and his mayoral campaign, but nonetheless, Sir Kaz and I are good friends, so hopefully, if and when I'm mayor, I can get Sir Kaz on board with me. There's little bunnies bouncing all over my house. That's cute. So I wish I could check on my store, but as you know, I don't necessarily have the authority to do that, but I can check on the inventory, I guess. So if we click on store, it looks like, no, I didn't count how much of everything I had, but it looks like I still have the bulk, if not all of it. 20 lumber roofs, 10 windows, stuff like that. Maybe the prices aren't right, or maybe I didn't market it very well. And the store is less than 24 hours old. I think there's a good chance people just are not aware that there is a store here from which they can purchase a bunch of carpentry goods. So I'm gonna get out the word, and not only that, I'm gonna make a sign so that they know where it is. So let's go inside right now and craft a sign so that everyone will know where Mojo's carpentry store is, and hopefully they'll be willing to take a look. And if they don't buy anything, I will take that then as feedback that the pricing is just not right. Or, you know, maybe these goods are not any good to anyone at this later stage in the game when we're more interested in, like, oil and machines. So I think what we will do is put this sign right here so that people will know there's two shops right here. They keep going straight. If it'll let me place it down. That's in question now. There we go. And then maybe in front of each store we'll have like a little baby sign so they know which is which. I know I hate getting confused when I'm just trying to shop, man. So I think Vortax store is called Vortax Ingots. So I will hopefully get that right. He won't harm me. Vortax. Ooh, we gotta spell his name right. Ingots. And gosh, what do we even call my store? Mojo's Good Woods. Straight ahead. Does that send a message? I think so. Vortex Ingots and Mojo's Good Woods. Straight ahead. Now they are good. I put a lot of time and effort in them. And then I think I will pop two little baby signs over there. And Vortex, if you're watching this, you have my permission to move these around if this is not to your tastes. I'm taking some liberties here. You've been kind enough to let me use your property liberally, so you do you. Alright, so now we're just waiting on those smaller wood signs for about a minute each, and then we'll get on with it. Here we go, let's get to work. We're gonna make it real clear to people that these are stores and this is what they sell and which one's which. That way, if they don't shop, then I'll know it's probably the pricing, or that it's still kind of hard to get a cart up here because it's only a 2x2, but we'll see. Alright, bam, there's one for Mojo, and I will try to place one in about the same manner for Vortac. I think that's acceptable. So yeah, let me get to work on these. I think I put Vortac's ingots on this big sign. I did, but I think, now that I think better of it, I think his actual store name is Ingots by Vortac. So, you know what, I'll just leave the other one on the big side, and then I'll put Ingots by Vortac on this one, and that way at least one of them is right. Alright, that looks pretty good, right? Makes things nice and clear. Happy shopping, everyone! Alright, the day has finally come. I am going to address the kiln building, the public kiln and bloomery. Now earlier I fixed up the roof a little bit. There was like a hole where part of it was just made of dirt and you could just see straight up through the dirt. That's a lot better now. As you can see, that corner there is where it was. I only have 10 pieces of mortared stone to work with, and I brought some wood over here earlier. So, I can't do a lot, but I know I can at least do a little, and the day has come. This cannot persist. We cannot have this, so I can't overhaul it, but I can kind of clean it up a little bit. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do is get rid of this wood here and replace that with mortared stone. That way, you know, it doesn't matter if it's to your taste necessarily. I don't know that this building will be to my tastes when I'm done with it, but as long as it just looks intentional, you know, it looks like it's to someone's taste. Okay, let's see if we can lay these down. I must have got these mortared stone as a reward for something, because I don't know how to make these. I don't know how to get any more of these. If we were to need more of these, I don't know what I would do. I have improperly laid one down, so let's see what happens. Is it like stone paths where it goes? No, you get the whole piece back. Cool, you don't even have to recraft it. That's great. So already we're off to a good start. That looks a lot better than it did. This hanging corner, though, is not going to work. That's not acceptable. So what we might do is just try to... There we go. Now it looks like intentional, like it has a little support under there. No big deal. Gosh, what else can we do for this poor building? What if we made this like a stripe? Because, you see, if I take away any mortared stone, I don't know if we'll have the requisite amount in order to make the kiln function. So I don't want to get too liberal with the taking away of stone. I know the wood is just there. The wood is just filler, basically. So let's take some mortared stone and see how that would look. We only have 6 pieces left to work with, so we need to be really judicious here. Okay, if we put that... So, is it better to leave it like this with the wood corners? Or should we make... See, it's hard to know what to do, right? Okay, well, you know what? Let's try it the other way. Let me put this down so we can carve out that wood corner and see what it's like if the stone is allowed to wrap around to the front like that. Alright, put this back, get the stone back. It would be so nice if you could hold like 2 different things at once in your hand, like one piece of lumber and one mortared stone, so you wouldn't have to go back and forth. Alright, I gotta tell you, I don't love it. I do not. I think it looked a little more intentional with the wood there, don't you? I mean, this isn't like as bad as it was by any means, but yeah, I think we're gonna have to go back to the wood corner. Alright, not exactly a shining example of all the possibilities of architecture, but at least now it looks a lot more intentional and still functional. I didn't take away any mortared stone, I just added, so Yeah, this is, compared to what it was, way more acceptable, at least in my opinion. But you guys can let me know what you think. Hopefully in the future I can do a little more work to it so it's even more intentional looking. But yeah, now it looks kind of like someone kind of had a strong idea in mind. Okay, have you guys seen this like thing that I'm always kicking around over here? This never like goes away. There's this tiny little like medallion of wood, like a tiny little baby infant stump. I'm always kicking it around, rolling it around. Today we're just going to pick it up. Keep it as a good luck charm. Log is too large to pick up. Slice into smaller pieces first. If you insist. Look at all the shavings coming off of it. This is ridiculous. Is it gonna get smaller? Is there a point at which a piece of wood comes off this bad boy? Can I kick it around some more? Of course, now it's stuck to the ground. I can't get it on its side to be sliced properly. Man, I hate this thing. Let me pick it up. Well, I guess that's going to wrap it up for today, and now I just sit and await the results of the election, and no matter what happens, good luck to me, good luck to James, good luck to anyone else who throws their name in. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please come back tomorrow. Hopefully we'll know the results, and we can celebrate together. I mean, whether or not I win or lose, it's a celebration because the people's voice was heard, you know, like we had an election, and sure, it was short notice, but everyone had a chance to vote, I suppose. So I'll see you then.